Hey guys, good morning.
Yeah, hi, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning. Let's wait for others to join.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi,
Sorry
Fabian.
for being late. My Zoom connection seems not stable this morning, and I spent quite a few minutes to join this meeting. So I want to make sure if you can hear clear from my side.
Yes,
Yes,
we can hear you.
we can hear you. By the way, next time you can use your phone to join the
Do
Zoom
you
meeting.
feel that my
Mhm.
voice is clear and stable?
Yes, I think
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, next time you may just join the Zoom meeting via your phone. It's more stable.
Oh, I see. I think it may caused by my home's networking, and I cannot hear quite clear from your side.
So am I audible?
Yes.
So that means it's Freeman's network issue.
Hi everyone. Sorry, I disconnected and rejoining this meeting. I switched to my phone network. Hope it works fine.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so I guess my network might get worse than my previous time, and I still think my network is uncertain. So, Sri, would you mind share the screen and be my backup for today's meeting if my connection is disconnected, so you can still continue this meeting. But I will start this meeting and go through the agenda as a meeting moderator.
Do you want to share or I can share?
Okay, I hope anyone who can help me to open this link and share the screen, as I am a little bit worried about my networking connection. I joined with my phone. Maybe Sajay or Shui, you can help you share the screen.
Sure, already shared. I was also trying to share, but thanks, Sure.
Thanks. Okay, I can see it. So for today's agenda, I think we have 5 topics added to today's agenda items. So we will go through them one by one. As we discussed previously, we are developing the ORAS Artifact Explorer as a LFX mentorship program. So Vasu is the mentee who is responsible for that project, and currently we have an early prototype which is ready to demo and showcase the current capabilities in this project. So I think the first topic will be demonstrating the ORAS Artifact Explorer prototype and the request early feedback for that project. So I think before we demonstrated that project, I would like to quickly introduce the purpose of that project. Actually, we want users to query any images and artifacts on a unified web portal, just like the Artifact Explorer, and users can find the referrals and the manifest content And also users don't need to learn the details of ORAS CLI. They just need to click and drag and drop to see what the details in the artifact page. So the ORAS Artifact Explorer is a project that provides a visualized portal that users can query the images and artifacts from both public registry and also the private registry. So I think in this demo, Vasu will be able to share how to query and also view the detailed content from public registries. So I will hand it over to Vasu, and he will be able to give a short demo for the early prototype. Vasu, are you be able to share the prototype of Artifact Explorer?
Yeah, I am sharing my screen.
And I will stop share so that you can share your screen.
Yeah, sure. Is the screen visible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hey everyone. I will be giving you a walkthrough of ORAS Artifact Explorer website that we have been working on since last few months. As Femin already gave you the introduction for the website, so I will just hop into the website directly. For the information, this website uses ORAS Go SDK for the backend APIs, and for the front end, we are using Go templates. So as you can see, the very first page is the landing page. I will just give you a view of the page. So this is how it looks like. The UI is quite similar to the oras.land website that we are using right now. So this is our landing page, and I want your focus to be on this part. As you can see, we have input box here. So this input box can be used, users can use this input box to enter the artifact. You can see there are three inputs, the registry, repository, and tag or digest. Actually, we have a announced UI for this input box, but for now we can just go with this. So, so if a user clicks on registry, he can view the a drop down appears where he can select any registry he wants. So for the demonstration purpose, I will use this artifact reference ghcr.io and kubernode test verify image, and the tag will be signed. So whenever a user inputs registry and repository, our drop down in the tag area will appear. This will show the list of tags that are present under this repository. So as you can see, this is the tag list. So user can select a tag, like if I select the sign, and then to explore the contents of this artifact, a user needs to click on explore now button. So if I click on explore now, it will take me to the new page. So yeah, so I am directed to this new page. You can call it as artifact page. So first of all, you can just take a view of this. This is how it looks like. So as you can see at the top, we have a similar input that was on the landing page of this website, where user can change the current artifact reference. After this, we have a block that shows the descriptor information of the artifact, like artifact name and then a digest and media type. User can click on this download button to download the manifest of the current artifact. After this, we have a horizontal navigation for contents and reference. first we have this contents area, contents. So as you can see under the contents, we have two views, JSON view and table view. So for the JSON view, as you can see the result, you can say that this result is similar to the result of CLI command ORAS manifest fetch. So as you can see, we have got the same result as we get from ORAS manifest fetch in the CLI, and it is displayed in a JSON view. The digest for each is clickable. As you can see, user can click this. So then under the same contents block, we have another view which we can call as table view. The table view just shows the tabular representation of this JSON data. So if I click on table view, this view is generated, which is the tabular version of this JSON data. So as you can see in the JSON, we had config and layers. So in table view, we have layers and configs in tabular format. These digests, user can copy these digests from these icons, and these are also clickable. Other than that, from the horizontal navigation, if I just click on reference, it will take me to the another part after this loading. Yeah, so after a short loading, it loads the referencing artifacts of current artifact. So as you can see, this is the tree view of the reference. So user can toggle the tree view. So this tree view shows the subject artifact and referencing artifact of the currently open artifact in this page. So as you can see, so for each node, the artifact type and the digest of the referencing artifact is shown, and the digest is clickable. Moving back to the contents block, as I told you before that in the JSON view and in the table view, the digest is clickable. So what if a user clicks this? So if a user clicks this, the user is headed to a new page, which you can call as blog page. So this is how it looks like. As you can see at the top, it has a descriptor information with full reference, digest, media type, and content length. Since I clicked on the config, so this blog page appears. So now the user can click on download to download this blog content. Under this, the contents of the blog are just shown in a block, as you can see. Moving back to the same artifact page, user can also click on layers. A similar page will be generated. Like if I click on this, as you can see. Moving back to the artifact page, in the reference view, also the similar thing happens in the when I click the digest in table view. Now moving back to the reference view, so if the user clicks the digest for any referencing artifact, then a new page opens, new artifact page opens for that particular artifact. So as you can see, the digest has been changed, and also this information is updated, and also these informations are updated. Other than this, in the registry, if a user selects mcr.microsoft.com, then he can get a list. Then the user can get a list of tags, which is same as a result of CLI command ORAS repo ls. So user can see this drop down that lists all the tags, all the repositories that are present within this Microsoft MCR registry. So if I select, also user can filter using keywords. Like if I search eraser and I select eraser and a tag list is generated, I can select a tag again and click on explore content. And you can see the information in the page is updated as per the input information, as per the input artifact. So now again, this has horizontal navigation with content and reference. Content has JSON view and table view. In the table view for this artifact, we do not have config and layers, but we have manifest. So if I, again, these manifests are clickable, these digests are clickable. So if a user click this digest, it is headed to a new artifact page corresponding to that manifest artifact. So that's all for the website. If you have any questions.
Thanks, Vasu. Have you finished two sample images query and also the demos?
Yeah.
Great. So I think we still have a lot of issues that need to be fixed, but currently this is the early prototype that Vasu walks through to us. Yeah, I think there is a sample image or a GitHub repository that users can get an early trial by compiling from the source code in their local or using that image to run on their local machine, right? So would you mind share the GitHub repo and also the sample image so we can test it from our side? I have tested in my local, but I hope we can get more feedback and trials from others.
So this is the GitHub repo.
Yeah, I think what you need to do is to change the permission, change the access permission from private repo to public, so others will be able to access it and also look at the README. Next step, I think we will be able to request to create a new repo and transfer and migrate your personal repo to the ORAS organization.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so back to the demo. I think I can provide some early feedback, and I think they are also recorded in the GitHub issues as listed in the issue list. I think the most important enhancement that we need to do is the homepage, the search input box. So I think we discussed and align on that we need to combine these three input boxes into one and make sure that it should be like a search engine experience, right?
Yes, right.
So I think, do you have an ETA to enhance the input box experience? I think this is the most important thing that we can give users the first try experience and the feeling that when they first come to the homepage, the Artifact Explorer homepage. I mean, when do you plan to update the homepage for a unified search input box?
I think actually I've already created a prototype for the input, and I think in a few days I'll just add it on the website.
Okay, thanks. So I will open a window for others to provide any feedback to this prototype. And we also have an issue list to track all of those items.
Yeah.
Sajay, Shui, Terry, E, and anyone else in this meeting? Oh, I forgot to mention that I think we have two unique values or points compared with other tools. So the first point is that we leverage the ORAS API on the search input box. It will be able to list all repositories when user type the repo name under the registry name. So for example, if we query if we want to query which repositories in this input box, we can type the URL, the address of the MCR URL in the registry. So I think the repo list will be prompt in the second input box. And also the tag or digest list will also be listed in the third input box. It will help users to save time to looking for any potential tags or repositories they want to use. Yeah, I think this relies on the registry API. If the registry support the repo list API, so it will be able to retrieve from the drop-down list. I think the second unique point or value provided by the Artifact Explorer is the referral page. The users will be able to see the relationship, especially the referrals relationship with the root artifact in the referral tree view page. As Vasu demonstrated in the detailed artifact page, we can get the detailed page and also the relationship diagram. Use the signed image, and we can see the signature, SBON, and also the vulnerability scanning report from that page. And I think those contents are available to be downloaded from the web page.
Yes.
So for the next step, we will polish the UX design and some details like the copywriting and description for this page and improve the search input box experience. I think any OCI compatible registry will be able to query it in this input box, in this Artifact Explorer. Okay, I see Sajay's hands up.
I just want to give kudos to Vasu and all the folks who kind of worked on this. It's pretty awesome to see. It's really great. I mean, this is kind of like solving so many problems. Well, I think that's all I had for now. We can keep the issues and the feedback for like GitHub issues, and once we have a place to kind of like give feedback. One thing that maybe would be really powerful is to show the ORAS command, so that what you did on the UI is something that somebody can copy paste quickly and get the manifest and play with. That might be helpful as well. That's probably the only ask I have, but everything else is probably covered. And real cool stuff on the referrers view and formatting and things like that. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sajay, for providing feedback. I'm also agree with that we can display the ORAS command on the queried page, on the artifact page, so users will be able to copy that command and use it in the terminal if they are also the ORAS CLI user. And for the referral tree view page, I'm thinking we can design a UX like the Windows File Explorer. It provides a navigation bar on the left and the detailed content like the folder directory or the referral list will be able to retrieve and display on the right side. So users will be able to understand which layer or which place they are currently exploring. Right now, we are opening the referral page or the manifest page on different tabs in the browser. So I think it may get users lost in multiple tabs. Yeah, I think this is the request that we discussed before.
Yes.
and provide icons for different artifact types like SBOM, Helm chart, signature, or any else image metadata. Okay, so any further feedback?
This Explorer view looks better, and also I think GitHub also is using this kind of Explorer view
that's it.
for its files, right?
Yeah, GitHub UI has a similar file explorer on the left side, then detailed content and the folder directory will be displayed on the right side. I think we want to borrow the design from GitHub or Windows File Explorer.
This repo is currently private, right? Like we can't add issues to this and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
so
make
once
it
we
public
be
after
able-
the meeting.
Cool, thank you.
And we will be able to request creating a new repo and migrate it from Vasu's personal repo to the ORAS organization if we agree with the prototype quality and also the current status of the project. We can create an issue to request in the ORAS community repo. Terry, do you have any thoughts? I know you are very reliant on the OCR registries.
Sorry, just having problems with my audio. No, it looks cool. Looks very cool. No thoughts.
Okay, so that's what I'm thinking, if we can provide a preview page, a real-time preview page, like hosting it on Verso or on Netlify, so users will be able to preview the real-time changes and also the visual effect of the artifact explorer. Is that feasible?
You mean like deploy the website?
Yeah, currently, I think users can only preview this page by complying from the source code or running a Docker image. So I'm thinking we can host it on a web server or on a Verso or Netlify solution.
Yeah, sure. We can do that.
Thanks. So E and Kasha or anyone else has any feedback?
No, it looks good to me. I really like the suggestion of putting the equivalent command, ORAS command, but yeah, other than that, no, it looks great.
Okay, so I think we can go ahead and follow the actions that we proposed in this meeting.
Actually, I am not able to exit the screen, so I'll just leave the meeting and rejoin.
Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to share my screen as I'm thinking my network is still not quite stable. If I get disconnected, so Sajay or Shui or any ORAS maintainers, you can help me to continue this meeting.
Yeah, sure.
Can you see my screen? Currently, I'm sharing the agenda item. I think we can continue to go through the second one.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to shout out to our mentors, especially for Billy, who is also the mentor, who are mentoring the project with me and Asmit. Billy has spent a lot of time and efforts on polishing the experience and improve the quality of the Artifact Explorer and provide a lot of suggestions for Basu. And also Asmit, who is currently working on the UX design and help the website ORAS Artifact Explorer looks better and professional. So I think we are planning to onboard the ORAS Artifact Explorer by the end of August, and ensure every UX issues are fixed by that time. Okay, so we did a patch release for ORAS v1.0 last week, as we discussed in the release adjustment plan. So we cut the ORAS v1.0.1 release last week and merged the bug fixes from the ORAS v1.1 release branch. So Billy, you are the release manager who drives this release. Would you want to give a short update on this one? I think we still have 2 items left for this release, but you can share anything you think that is notable for users if you have.
Okay, so for bug fixes, we have all those like bug fixes were reported from user, from customer, thanks to the community. I think the tree view print bug is worth mentioning. So previously our discover will show like multiple lines if one file have slash in its name, but now it's fixed. So if you have met this issue, it's now fixed. And 1.01 is a patch version for 1.0. So if you're using 1.0, it's better to upgrade to the 1.01. And also yeah, I think that's all. And also we're preparing for the 1.1.0, the next minor release.
Thanks, Billy. So I think we still have 2 items left. We say remain for v1.0.1. So the first item is to automate the package manager upgrades in different platforms. So actually we have Windows with WinGet, Homebrew for macOS, and also the Snap for Ubuntu users. So we are seeking a automation approach to upgrade those package managers on different platforms. I believe we have an issue to track that. Yeah, this one. So I think in the current status, I think Nix will be covered by the upstream community, so we can ignore Nix. Snap, I think we still need a workflow, a GitHub Actions workflow to update the Snap package manager in the upstream Snap application store. So I think this is still in progress, and we have a PR to handle that. For WinGet, we also have a PR in 939, and this is still in progress, but I'm not sure if Emma is still working on that. I will confirm the status of this PR. For Homebrew, I think it is also covered by the upstream Homebrew community, since there's always a PR raised in the upstream when we cut a new release. So I think it is no further actions in our side for Homebrew. So I think for the next step, we should be able to update the ORAS website and especially the installation guide to let users download the latest version, the patch version of V1. Sorry, my bad network connection. Okay, so I think for the next step, we should be able to update the installation guide to reflect the latest changes from the 1.0.1. Currently still showed as V1.0. I think I can follow up on this item, and Billy and Ahmed are currently working on the automation process for installation package manager. Okay, so this is the status of the ORAS V1.0.1, the patch release. So we are planning 2 releases for ORAS CLI and also ORAS Go. So I think we can start from ORAS Go in this meeting. And Sylvia, would you like to provide a quick update for ORAS Go V2.3.0? I see we have detected a new issue last week, and it is essential for ORAS V2.3.
Yes, in the ORAS Go V2.3.0, we plan to release the feature related to the latest image spec and the distribution spec. And we've done all the development work, just that we found some design issue of the ORAS.pack. So we decided to revisit the API design, and this should be done within a week.
So I think the release ETA date will also be targeted in 1 week.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So this is a newly detected issue which blocks the release of ORAS Go with 2.3. So after we fix this issue, we will be able to release ORAS Go with 2.3, and this release will be fully compatible with the latest image spec and also the distribution spec.
Yeah, it will be comply with the image spec RC4 and the distribution spec RC3. This issue is found during the integration of the ORAS CLI.
Yeah, that's true. I think there's a version typo here. I think we should be able to update it from RC2 to RC3, right?
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
it's
yes,
a typo.
yes.
I will update that.
Thanks. So I think this is the foundation that for ORAS CLI to support the latest version of OCI spec, especially
Yes.
for the image spec.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so
everyone in the chat, feel free to try out the main branch and let us know if you find any issues. The main branch is fully compatible with the latest image spec and distribution spec, and also backward compatible with the previous specs.
Thanks. I also saw a user who is asking the support plan of ORAS CLI and ORAS Go, especially for compliant with the latest version of OCI spec. That guy asked the question in OCI Slack workspace. So after we release the latest version of ORAS Go and ORAS CLI, I think we can post messages in that Slack channel in the OCI Slack workspace.
Oh, yeah, we can check that offline.
Thanks. I think we can go through the third agenda. It's about the ORAS CLI v1.1.0, and we are planning a RC2 release before we officially release ORAS v1.1.0. And currently we have 4 issues open for this release. I think it's actually 2 effective issues since this one and also this issue are duplicated or are covered by other issues.
Yeah, currently updating the image spec flag is working in progress, and a warning flag is depending on that.
I think for this issue raised from Sajay, it will be resolved by the RC2 release. I mean, since both the config flag and also the artifact type flag will be supported in the latest RC2 release after we compliant with the OCI image spec RC4.
Yes, there are two feature requests in this issue. First is if OCI spec 1.1 is used, user should be able to use artifact type and config at the same time. And yes, this feature will be delivered in 1.1.0 RC2 release of ORAS. The other request is that if there's no blob provided, should we stop user from using the config? Because according to the guidance, if no layer is provided in the manifest, it must use the artifact, not the config. So we still have a question for the later feature request. I think we can move this. We can keep discussing this issue. It was easy to change, but we only need to have a conclusion on the feature request.
Sajay, actually, Billy gave out a good question. So, what if a artifact has a config but it has no files?
What does that mean?
Technically,
Null config?
I mean, technically, it is possible, right? You have a config. I mean, the artifact has a config but has no files. But this path is not in your decision tree.
Are you saying it has a config descriptor, but it's an empty descriptor?
It has a meaningful config descriptor, but has no layers.
So it's got, okay, can you write an example? Like, I'm not following. Like, what does a meaningful config descriptor mean? It has annotations, it has 0 size.
Maybe I can give you an example later after
Okay.
this meeting.
Yeah, I mean, you can leave it in the issue, right? Like, what I'm trying to understand is what does a descriptor look like?
Maybe we can continue the discussion in this issue and finalize and also make the conclusion for the behavior in this doc, as we previously had a compatibility mode to support different versions of OCI image spec and also the distribution spec. I think we can use this doc to align on the ultimate behavior and design for different scenarios from OCI image spec. And I will incorporate the concerns from BD and also Shui. I think we will be able to update this doc to reflect the expected behavior that compliant with the latest OCI spec.
Yes, let's continue the discussion one in the issue.
Okay, so I will be able to update this doc to incorporate all feedback from our ORAS maintainers. So let's continue the discussion offline since we have only 8 minutes left. And I think this release will be able to release maybe later up 1 or 2 weeks later than ORAS Go release. I think we are targeting release this ORAS CLI v1.1.0 by the end of this month, right? No concerns on the ETA. We will target the end of this month, August 31, as the ETA for releasing ORAS CLI v1.1.0.
I don't have
Let me check if any messages from the chat. Okay, so if no concerns, we will confirm the end of this month as the ETA. Okay, so last but not least, I would request ORAS maintainers to help review PRs from 2 repositories. The first one is the ORAS website repo. And I see Sajid pull out a PR. I think that is targeting to explain some complicated OCI concepts and definition, and also some glossaries definitions, right? I see Sajay and Dipasha have been diligently working on the ORAS documentation and added a lot of user guides and also glossaries for ORAS and OCI artifacts. So I think we need more maintainers to help review those PRs.
And I see Dipasha is on the call. One
Yeah.
question about the security reports. Maybe this is also a question for Feynman.
Mhm.
Do we have a disclosure? Like, how do we report this? Like, the current task is to email one of the maintainers using the owner's file. Is that the model that we want to go?
I actually also found this way to do it. So I'll just share the link in the group. I think there is a way to intimate all of the maintainers of that repo directly. I did send a link in one of the issues. So I am actually, I do think that would be better, because emailing or DMing someone, yeah, I feel like this should be helpful. I'll just drop the link in the chat. Yeah, this is what I found. So if we enable this after making security.md, I think this would be better.
I think this is a standard approach from GitHub documentation.
Yes, so that's what I was hoping we could enable vulnerability reporting and that. So what is the ask here? You want to merge this first and then we want to enable this, or?
I think so. I mean, I actually went through it like a week back. I don't remember. I'll go through it and I'll tag you in the PR. I'll let you know.
Yeah, one of us can enable that if that helps.
Yeah.
My fear is that we email one of the maintainers emails, and then if it kind of goes lost in what do you say, email flurry, right? Then nobody gets back. Whereas this will be a part of the GitHub, and there's a workflow in which we can create a private branch and address the fix also, but it will be linked to the actual issue.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe I don't know whether you create it for each repository or we do it at the main repository, whichever we have, the community repository or something like that. So I don't know about that yet. So
Yeah. So I was just hoping to get this one merged first, and the minute I get an approval for this one, I can just make the same PR everywhere. So yeah, I think we should have it everywhere.
okay, so
Yeah.
Kind of looks like there's two parts to that, right? We have to enable this security thing, do it basically configuration on each repo probably, and then a PR for each repo with a link to the security MD file. Is that what's required here?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
quick question. Do we want to keep the security MD file in this project, or will each project have the same security MD file? Is that what we're saying?
I was hoping each one.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a short one with a link to the page in the docs.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
I think all code level repos should be enabled the security advisories and also enforce the security policies. Like ORAS CLI, ORAS Go, ORAS Python, the code level repositories that we are currently maintaining. For non-code repositories, I think there's not necessary to enable security advisory, like community repo, website repo, as we will not be able to see any vulnerabilities from the non-code repo, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so for the security disclosure process, I believe we also did the similar documentation on the Notary project governance doc. I think we can double check if there's any process that we can borrow from the Notary project website to ORAS. So Shui, do you have any suggestions on the security disclosure and vulnerability disclosure process?
So what's the current process actually? So we are creating a security.md file for each repository.
No, we just need a central, we need a guideline to present on the website and tell users how can they report security issues and vulnerabilities.
So usually those security and usually those security and vulnerability will be directly sent to the maintainers, actually the admins, via email or other means, and it cannot be in the public channel. and the maintainers need to verify whether it is valid or not.
Yeah,
If
that's
it's
the
not, then it's a
process.
regular issue.
I think what we need to do is to standardize the process and also tell users how can they securely report those problems to the maintainers.
Usually it's via email.
Okay, I will double check if there's anything we can reference from Notary project side, and I believe this is the general process in whatever the different projects, right? I will check it after this meeting, as we are 2 minutes over time.
Yeah.
So Sajay, I see you called this PR. Any concerns or points that they are notable for us, and do you want to prioritize?
No, it's just a courtesy reminder. If folks can take a look, I've resolved a bunch of the comments. There's a small typo in the previous PR, so it's minor fixes, but there's one document that will talk about the reference type. There's a preview link in there, so if you want, you can just jump to that also. I think we have overtime, but folks can review it offline.
Okay, so I think we need a second or third round of review on this doc. So Esmit and Shui, I think you can help to review this doc as you are the maintainers of this repo. So Terry, you are the org level maintainer. I think you can also review it if you have time.
Sure. I'll review it again. Yeah, today.
And just want to give a special thanks to Terry. Terry's been like reviewing so many of these PRs. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem.
I really like the things that Sajay currently doing for ORAS website. Actually, Sajay created a separate section for OCI concepts. As you can see from the website, it has a concept chapter, and it includes OCI artifact, reference types, and also upcoming QPRs for other concepts. Sorry about my networking problem. And it's really a deep dive explanation to those concepts. I'm sharing the link in our chat. I think this is the first one that we already onboarded to the website. I would really recommend you folks to learn from this place. Okay, I think we have finished all of those items. We have 5 minutes over time, so I will stop my sharing and also stop the recording. Any questions?
Oh, thank you. Bye, folks.
Thank you.
So thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.